What's going on, my fellow Digidorks? It's your good mate Tro here, and it's a very exciting day because EX4 has dropped, which means I get to reveal to you the Jogress deck for EX4. Plus, I was very lucky, I pulled the Alt-Art Omnimon Alta S, you can see there, and I also pulled the Alt-Art Omnimon Alta B. So I am very excited to show you this deck list, plus a little strategy guide at the end, help you along with a few techniques of the deck. Enjoy.
Like a Digimon, Digivolving up into a champion, searching out my megas, cause I'm breaking hard, gaining memory, check security, my strategies will make sure you a master of your Digi-Destiny.
Alright, so first up on our deck list, we're going to be running 4 copies of the new Sunamon. Your turn once per turn, when one of your other Digimon Digivolves, you get to draw one, so that'll come up all the time, and 1 copy of Koromon from BT11. Opponent's turn once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon is deleted, you get to draw 1. It might not come up, but again, we need that draw power. So onto the rookies, we're going to be running 4 copies of the new Gabumon. So on play, you reveal 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with Garurumon in its name, and 1 Digimon card with Agumon, Greymon, or Omnimon. And then we've got 4 copies of Agumon, which does basically the same thing, but with the different names. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, 1 Digimon with Greymon, and then you may add 1 with Garurumon, or Omnimon, or Gabumon. And then we're going to be running 3 copies of the BT8 Agumon. On play, reveal top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Greymon, and 1 card with Dragonkin. There's no Dragonkin in this deck, but it's still handy search, and just 2 copies of Agumon X Antibody. We've got a couple of Black Tamers in this deck, no X Antibody, but good for the Greymon search either way. So onto our level 4s, we're going to be running 4 copies of Garurumon, new Garurumon. All these Digimon have the same, a lot of these Digimon have the same effects. When Digivolving, one of your other Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon card with Greymon in its name in your hand for the Digivolution cost. When that Digimon will Digivolve by this effect, you reduce the Digivolution cost by 2. And Greymon does the same thing, but with the opposite name again. When Digivolving, one of your other Digimon may Digivolve, a level 6 or lower card with Garurumon in its name. Then we're going to be running 2 copies of Greymon from BT12. When Digivolving, if you don't have a Tamer with Takamiya in its name in play, you may play 1 Tamer card with Takamiya in its name. Very handy for this deck. And of course, a Greymon X Antibody. What Greymon deck would be complete without it? Onto our level 5s. I'm going to be running 4 copies of Garurumon. Again, when Digivolving, one of your other Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon card with Greymon in its name. And if you do, reduce the cost by 2. Then we've got 2 copies of Metal Greymon, which does the same thing, except yes, again, the names are swapped around. Now, I only did 2 of him, so I could save room for 2 copies of Metal Greymon from BT12 with a raid effect, and when you switch the targets, you get to play a Tamer, black or red, for the cost of 4 or less. You definitely need that for this deck, in my opinion. Alright, onto our level 6s. 2 copies of the new Blitz Greymon. Now, when Digivolving, activate one of the effects below. You can either de-Digivolve 3 your opponent's Digimon, one of your other Digimon Digivolves into a level 6 or lower Digimon card with Garurumon in the name, or this Digimon and one of your other Digimon may DNA Digivolve. So a lot going on there. And then I've just got 1 copy of Blitz Greymon from PT3 with Piercing, de-Digivolve 2. Very handy. I've got 2 copies of Krez Garurumon. When Digivolving, choose one of the effects below. So basically, a lot of the same effects the Blitz Greymon has there, except for the first one. And then a Krez Garurumon from BT3, which I thought would be very fun to use in this deck. And searches out a level 5, so you could easily Jogress from that point, play Blitz Grey on top of that level 5. Now, speaking of Jogress, we have 3 copies of this big bad boy, Omnimon Alta S. Now, in case any of you are wondering, yes, his effect, leaving the battle area, pretty much covers every effect except de-digivolving. And then I've got one copy of Omnimon Alter B. Now, this card is a very funny card. It might be more brickier than anything, but we'll see how it plays. I'm pretty excited to play it either way. Alright, onto our tamers. Very important tamers here. We've got our twin tamers, Matt Ishida and Takamiya. Your turn, you may play a Garbamon or Argamon. By suspending this tamer, gain a memory, or when you play a Garbamon or Argamon. And then when one of your Digimon digivolves, you can play the other Digimon. So if you digivolve Garbamon to Garurumon, you can play an Argamon and then get your combo going from there. And then just 2 copies of Takamiya BT12. It's very handy for the memory gain and blocker effects. You might want your blockers out before a bit earlier. Now we've got 2 copies for our options of Black Memory Boost. I only use 2 copies of him because I don't want to end up trying to search out Omnimon and then just having this card in hand. He won't be able to search out your Omnimon. And then we've got Adzir Beastblade and Shining Dragon Bullet, just 1 copy. I'm a bit worried about playing this card. You need the tamer out to play it because of its colors, or Blitz and Cress. So we'll see how it goes, but it is a pretty clutch card for this deck. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, and onto the strategy guide. Okay, Digibronies, the strategy to this deck is simple as long as you know what you're doing with it. It doesn't work quite like any other deck out there. What you really need is searches. You need to be searching out stuff at the start. You need a certain amount of Digimon in your hand to start your plays. Alright, so what we want to do starting off is we're going to hatch, just Digivolve into Garbamon for 0. And we want to have a rookie in raising, that's important. And also, we want to try and get this tamer out as soon as possible. So I would just play that after Digivolving into your rookie, waiting for next turn. And then you can start doing some plays. But, again, this will all matter with the searches. So depending what you get, next turn, if you raise, and then as soon as you Digivolve into either Garurumon or Greymon, draw, then you can use its second effect once per turn. One of your Digimon Digivolves, then you play the corresponding Digimon. So if it was Garurumon, you play Argamon, and vice versa. If it was Greymon, you play Garbamon. And then use your search, reveal the top 3 cards. You grab something from the Greymon line and something from the Garurumon line. So I'll grab the Were Garurumon and the Blitz Greymon, and then place the rest back on top. This is a very important mechanic. Can't forget that, because you need every little trick in this deck to get things going. Now, after you've done all that, don't forget to spend for his first effect, because you played an Argamon or Garbamon to gain a memory back. And then also don't forget about you when Digivolving on this card, when one of your other Digimon may Digivolve. So now, if it's still your turn, Digivolve into Greymon, and then he has exact same effect when one of your other Digimon Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon card. One of your other, has the same effect. One of your other Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon card with Garurumon in its name in your hand from the Digivolution cost. So then you go up to that. And if you do this, by the way, you're reducing the costs by 2 every time. So your champions, they cost 0, and your ultimates, they cost 1. And it still keeps going. Then you just keep going with that effect. Don't forget to draw Digivolving. I knew what I was going to draw into. So I know I can jump up into my Metal Greymon again for a reduced cost, making it only cost 1. You draw again, Alter Rest, and it keeps going back and forth until you can get into Kresgaruru, Blitz Grey, which have effects that allow you to DNA Digivolve into your big Omnimon boy. And that's basically the play. So you just got to remember, you've got to have corresponding cards before you make this play, but once you do it, you can do it in the one turn and absolutely obliterate your opponent. Alright, thanks heaps for watching, guys.